So, you just got a shiny new phone. And what's exactly the first thing you would do? Download some apps, set up your accounts and everything, right? But then you see this and this. At this point, you either just want to get rid of them or just ignore them for the rest of the phone's shelf life. We're choosing the first option, of course. Hello from the other side, CJ here. And today, we're gonna help you debloat your Android phone. Whether it's a premium mid-range or an entry-level one, getting rid of the bloatware apps you don't need is actually a lot easier than you might think. So, let's get into it. Remember our recent video on debloating a Xiaomi, Redmi, or Poco phone using the Canta plus Shizuku method? That's exactly what we're doing again today. This time though, we're covering major Android brands available in the Philippines like Infinix, OPPO, and HONOR, along with their sister brands. The debloating process is mostly the same, with just a few tweaks here and there. For context, Android brands under the same umbrella usually share the same code base. Take OPPO, realme, and OnePlus for example. They may have different Android skins like Color OS, realme UI, and Oxygen OS respectively, but they're basically the same OS with the same features and functionalities. So, the debloating process is similar. Other brands, however, may have a slightly different way of getting into the ADB, or Android Debug Bridge, the tool Shizuku uses to grant Canta the permissions it needs to remove apps. Don't worry, you'll see what I mean later. Step 1. Enable developer options in the settings. Find the About Phone or My Phone in the settings, then tap multiple times on the build number. Sometimes you may have to find the version number first before you can see the build number. In OPPO's case, just tap on the version number itself. After tapping multiple times, you'll be prompted for your passcode or biometrics. Go ahead and verify and you should see a pop-up saying you are now a developer. Next, let's download Canta and Shizuku through the Google Play Store. If you run into an error trying to get Shizuku, we can sideload it instead by heading to its official GitHub page. We'll include the link in the description. Once you're on the GitHub page, scroll down and click the first link under Assets. That's the APK file for Shizuku, by the way. Tap on it and your browser might warn that the file might be harmful. Just ignore that and tap Download anyway. Open the file and another security prompt may pop up. Tap Settings and toggle on Allow App Installs. Then we can finally install the app. Now that we have what we need, open Shizuku, tap on Pairing, tap on Notification Options, then toggle Allow or Show Notifications. Go back one time. Scroll down until you see Wireless Debugging. Tap on it and toggle the slider. Your Wi-Fi details pop up, then hit Allow. Yes, you must be connected to a Wi-Fi router or a hotspot for this to work. From here, you should see the option Pair Device with Pairing Code. Tap on it and a 6-digit code appears. Shortly after, a notification from Shizuku should pop up. Then enter the pairing code like so. You should then see a notification saying, Pairing successful. With that out of the way, we can now start the Shizuku app itself. Open the app and click on Start. Wait for a few seconds, then it should say Shizuku is running. However, some OS versions require an extra step before Shizuku can run. For Color OS, you'll need to toggle Disable System Optimization in Developer Options. Xiaomi, on the other hand, has a more tedious set of extra steps. So it's better to watch our previous explainer focused on removing bloatware and ads if you haven't already. Now, here's the fun part. We can finally get to uninstall apps using Canta. Open the app and you'll see every app and system service on your phone sorted into 4 labels: Recommended, Advanced, Unsafe, and Expert. Aside from recommended, treat the rest with caution. Removing the wrong system app could brick your phone entirely. So, for this video, we're sticking strictly to what's labeled recommended. Nothing more. Just a quick disclaimer, we're not liable for any damage in case you remove a critical app and end up bricking your phone. consider yourself warned. Sure, you're technically free to uninstall any recommended app, but a few of them still serve a purpose. Most of the time, tapping on the app itself in Canta shows a short description on what it does and whether it's safe to remove. Sadly, that description doesn't show up for every app, so don't rely on it too much. The next part will look a little different depending on which brand you're on. The list of recommended apps isn't universal, so what shows up on an Infinix won't be identical to what you'll find on an OPPO or HONOR unit. With that, we're just gonna run you through a list of apps we debloated for each brand. Let's start with HONOR, and what we have here is the HONOR 600 Pro running Magic OS X based on Android 16. For a premium mid-range phone, this one's got a lot of bloatware. We removed the usual culprits like a duplicate app store and several duplicate features that are essentially useless like HONOR Lens, HONOR Share, and Emoji Keyboard. These are already available through Google apps like Google Lens, Quick Share, and Gboard, so it just makes sense to remove them. Weirdly enough, pre-installed third-party apps and games like Facebook, TikTok, and Block Blast are not showing up on Canta itself, so we just uninstall them one by one normally. Next, we have the OPPO Reno 15 Pro with ColorOS 16, which is also a premium mid-range phone having a bunch of bloat, both system-wide and third-party apps. And if you'll notice, system apps here have O+ and Hey Tap labels, both of which are also present with realme and OnePlus devices. It's also the same case with HONOR, where bloatware apps and games are not appearing on Canta for some reason. Uninstall them again normally like so. Another thing that's a bit annoying is that when you remove the app market through Canta, it just comes back like nothing happened. For that, you can just go into its app info and disable it instead. Lastly, we have the Infinix Note Edge and the itel A200 running XOS 16 and itel OS 15 respectively. The latter runs Android 15 Go Edition for some variety in this list. You can see that transient labels are present on their system apps, so yes, the apps you see here are most likely the same with the TECNO phone. And just like the others, there's a duplicate app store called Palm Store or App Center having the same app icon. And there you have it. That's how you debloat your Android phone using the Canta plus Shizuku method. But before you go, there's one more thing you need to do. Disable developer options. This is crucial since some apps out there, especially finance apps like Gcash, have strict security checks that stop them from working unless developer options is turned off. So, go back to settings, type developer options in the search bar, tap on it, then toggle it off. Some phones may require a restart after this, but I'd recommend restarting anyway, even if it's not required. And if you want, you can either keep Canta and Shizuku installed or uninstall them too. Even if you uninstall Canta, it'll still remember the bloatware you removed once you reinstall it later. So that's it for this guide. Depending on which phone brand you're using, there might still be some bloat lingering around, like recommended apps tucked inside folders or an extra launcher screen plagued with unnecessary ads. That's gonna require some additional tweaks in the device's system settings, so we'll save that for another day. Maybe a series of debloating tutorials focused on each Android skin? Let us know if that's something you'd want to see. If you find this video helpful, drop a like. Sub the channel and follow us on the socials for more tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been CJ, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! See you later!